Oh, I assassinated the wrong guy. Whoops. I guess that's escape mistake, isn't it? Uh, that's
Well, you
that's so
wanted.
Skaven-like though too. Whoops.
Yeah, it does.
Assassinated the
Yeah.
wrong target.
No, no. You didn't send him the wrong target. He just had a bad accident.
Well, I should say, oh, he was just in the way of the other target. He died as a misconception, not issue. Dead anyways.
Yep. Welcome to the world of Skaven, then, guys. That's how it works.
Hello, welcome in, right? I'm Gladiator, and I'm joined here today with Black Templar.
Yo.
And today, what is our main mission for the map was, Black? Well, what is
Well,
yours?
for me, mine is to stomp the rats at the Mootlands.
Stomp the
Time I
rats, the
took the
movements.
home of.
Yep.
Yep. Because time me to take the Mootlands, which used to belong to the Halflings, and stomp the rats like I would stomp the Pudgy Piemen to death.
You know, it'd be pretty cool to see halflings in Warhammer 3. That would be funny.
Well, surprising enough, Halflings can work in an Imperial army if they don't run away in fright.
Well, anyways, my objective today is I'm probably going to fight the Bloody Hand, which is orcs. They don't already like me, so they're probably not going to really like you in a little bit. So I suggest
Yeah.
maybe getting a defending army on one of your places just in case. They might probably worry about me mainly, but just saying. I'd rather you be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
I do have armies near it, so I'll probably try to defend
Yep.
them best I can. But
Yeah,
I'm definitely going to start killing them.
I'll be making my way back down from Crag Dumar. I'm gonna have to crush the mute, and then I'll quickly come down from Crag Dumar, and I'll be above them at Altdorf.
Well, I just say send one army because, like I said, I have a lot of armies I can fan out fairly decently. Because I know you want to start making your empire against some of the humans as well.
Yeah, because I got humans and wood elves,
Yeah.
and yep. And speaking of the wood elves, for those who are unaware, a while ago I talked about the War of the Beard between the high elves and dwarfs.
Mm-hmm.
Something I forgot to mention, which I'll have to correct right away. You see, these high elves were not the same ones that are on Ulfron. No, they were a different group of high elves. After their loss in the War of the Beard, the high elves were chased by the dwarves into the forests near Bretonia, where they live to this day because they enchanted that forest to protect them from all forms of attack and pretty much devolved into the high elves we know today. So a bit of cleanup on that story. I do apologize if I did not clear that up with some people.
Yeah, it's okay. So, what is our lore information for today? What are we going to focus on?
Well, I think today, since we have just brushed on this a lot, we're going to talk about the Knights of Bretonia.
Okay.
Now, for those who are unaware, Bretonia is in the far east of the old world. Not as far as Lustria. No. It's on the other side of the mountains where the Empire's main capital is of Orndorff.
Hmm.
Now, if you're wondering who are the Bretonians, well, unfortunately for the Bretonians, I do have to give a quick clarification of copyright that currently the Bretonians don't exist, technically, because of current copyright issues. So keep that in mind.
Sounds amazing.
So I don't want. Yeah. But I'll get to them. But however, considering Bretonia is going to make a return in the old world game, which is the new tabletop from Games Workshop, they're still going to be around. Now, the Bretonians have got a long history. Now, in their time period, they are the equivalent of ancient chivalry era of the French nobility and the English nobility, of Arthurian legends, and of during the 100-Year War.
And they hate peasants.
So
They really, really hate peasants.
they hate them, but they know they need them. They're basically the necessary evil kind of
They're
scenario.
meat shields. That's what they are. You go to war for us, or the queen will destroy you. Okay.
Well, to be fair, for the peasants, they are a valued commodity because in the game of in this game, the more peasants you send to war, the less money you get. So it's kind of a bit of a balancing act.
Yeah, because I mean, you gotta maintain your economy, so sending peasants out would kind of ruin that, wouldn't it?
Yep. And speaking of factions destroyed and Bretonnians, a Bretonnian faction just been killed. The
Hey,
Knights of
that
Orgrimmar.
sounds great. I don't like him
Bloody hell,
anyways.
that was timing and a half. I've never thought that would happen, but
And
hey,
the
hey.
Warriors of Chaos declared war on the Nagfarlings. Where I can't say that word. Whatever they are. It looks like Chaos Halflings for the wording, but it's not. Because
Yep.
it's funny thing enough, because you're about to attack which is now infested with rats, the Halfling home.
Yep. And now so yeah, I'll be attacking the home the Mootlands, which we've already covered in their own video a while ago.
Yeah, one thing I can't remember if I asked this or not, but it doesn't the halflings have a small alliance with some of the treemen?
That no, they don't.
Yeah. I just remember, like, obviously we play a lot of Blood Bowl, so I had to ask because
Yep.
treemen is a part of it. I think
No.
I asked this before too. I just can't remember.
Yeah, it's I basically clean up. That's a misconception most people get. No, they don't have alliance with Tree-Men. It was only brought in for Blood Bowl because the Halflings, if they didn't have a big guy, would get stomped to the ground.
Granted, aren't the halflings somewhat technologically advanced though? Somewhat.
No, they're not. They're actually perverted. They're not technology advanced. They are, however, they are skilled cooks and they are skilled at thieving, pilfering, and sneaking about, but they're not technology advanced.
Well, they just suck, don't they?
Pretty much.
Oh man.
But anyhow, let's just continue on the story of the Bretonnians.
Okay.
You see, Bretonnians were a group of humans that I don't come up with the precise reasoning, but they split away from the Empire because they believed in code of honor, chivalry, knightdom. To put it bluntly, the Empire is what Germania was back in the era of the medieval times, Germania.
Mm-hmm.
While, like I said before, the Bretonnians are the era of Arthurian legends, which is like the era of King Arthur and of the French 100-Year War between the French and the English.
Okay.
Now, one of the most notable histories of Bretonnia is of the Battle of Bretonnia. I can't remember the name of the pass, but it was where a famous lord, which is the ancestor of the current leader of the Bretonnians, King Luel, which is Lurel the Orc Slayer.
Okay.
Now, Luel the Orc Slayer was a very famous Bretonnian knight and king who fought the orcs at every turn and absolutely brutalized them until his death.
Interesting.
Yeah, it happens, but that's not the only thing Bretonnians have a bit of a bone to pick. You see, the Bretonnians have a bone to pick with one other faction in particular. Well, two technically, but they don't mess with this other one. The one faction they don't mess around with is the Wood Elves. Yes, they will fight them if they get the chance, but they won't do it willy-nilly because it's not honorable. And they believe in, well, they don't attack me, I won't attack them kind of mentality.
Doesn't sound like
honorable.
the Skaven way. I'd rather backstab
It doesn't.
them.
But the one race they have abhorrent hatred for is one particular, the undead.
Yeah.
One specifically, Hemlid Keslev.
Oh
the
yeah,
necromancer.
You talking about the guy that has what's his name, flipping Krell? Yeah.
Yep, that one. The Bretonnians utterly despise him.
Yeah, I can't blame him.
And they want him dead, but the problem is the bugger has pretty much avoided death a lot of time. Heck, even Gotrek and Felix had a good go at Hemsworth a couple of times.
Mm.
So, you can see where this is going.
Yeah.
Now, let us talk about the structure of Bretonnia. Now, you see, Bretonnia's structure, as I said, is about knight and chivalry, but the bulk of their army is peasants. let's not beat around the bush. It's peasants.
Peasants.
However, they're not without their magic, with the Grail Knights and the Blessed Lady and the other, you know, ethereal shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
But the way to become a knight in the Bretonian world is long, arduous, and a little bit of dumb luck and back scratching is required.
Back scratching. What you going back scratch?
Well, that's a good question, to be honest, but let's start off with the first simplicity of this tale, and that is, how does one become a knight in Bretonia? Right, can I get to a fight?
By killing the rat halflings.
Well, well, yeah, it's true. Yep, declare war.
Enter on side of my ally. Curse him!
Here we...
It should be a auto resolve. At least I would believe it is.
Yeah. You won't believe how one-sided it is.
Yep, I kind of fully expected it because you have 4 standing armies against him. I fully expected that. Bye bye, rat halflings. I think that faction's dead too.
I think so. Right, I'll loot and occupy.
Yep, faction destroyed.
Yep.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Finally got rid of those buggers. They were real pains in my backside. And also, the Mootlins, they are very rubbish. Don't expect to have anything with them. My advice to you, anyone gets the Mootlins, here's a piece of advice. Just make it as a trade hub. Don't make it as a base of operations.
Or, if you want to do it the Beastman way, just burn it to the ground and just eat all their flesh.
Well, that is one way. I'll agree with that. You on that?
That's the Beastman way.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
Well, actually, that's the Rat Man way as well. Well, actually, they will destroy it, but also live there too. And then anyone that comes there to try to rebuild it, they're now rat food.
Pretty much. Alright, so I'll have to decide who's going where in the next round, basically, because if you're going to go after the the Bloody Hand, I'm going to need to decide who's going to go where.
Well, like I said, I have 2 armies actually that can defend your bases fairly decently.
Yep.
I don't know if you see that, but I have my Chief Doomclaw and Snikch. I can't say his name, but I'm guessing that's how he says it. But those 2 are on their way to go up there. I haven't declared war on them quite yet. I'm gonna actually get these guys in position first.
Yeah. Ooh, hello. I got it. What's this? Oh, finally, I can get the squig herders.
Squigs!
Oh god, I'm gonna have to keep the golem back and redo his army a little bit to get the squigs in.
Sounds good. I mean, you got a log. Grimgor can pretty much fight anyone by themselves. Heck, if you wanted to, you could fight. What were they called? Sterling. You could fight them first.
Actually, I'm gonna let the Wood Elves deal with them first because they're killing them off.
Well, then you can fight the what's it called? The Golden Order. Which they're a little bit bigger, so I don't know if you want to fight them first or not.
I'm gonna check who they're allied with just to make sure.
Understandable. Or you can run down here and start fighting some of the Bloody Hand. It's up to you.
Oh, good. He's not allied with him. He's allied with Sterling, but he's not allied with the main empire. So I could start a war against him and hopefully kill him off, but it would take a lot of work.
Well, you got 2, or technically 3 standing armies in that area.
Yeah.
And you got the Wood Elves fighting them too, so that could be another thing to kind of distract them.
Yep.
Come on! Grimgor on the way!
Yep, he's on the way. So, yeah, I could go with the Golden Order because I don't think they have many in the way of forces because most of their force has been
It's gonna be a lot of siege attacks though, because most of their bases are like level 3. They're actually a little bit bigger than what they usually are. So, granted, it's turn 100. To them expanding is to be expected. There's a
Here we
standing
are.
army.
Yep, that belongs to. Oh, it's the main character.
It is.
Belfulous Guild.
Yep. He does. What is it? Final transmutation. A lot.
Yeah.
He's weak when it comes to combat, but he has really good magical abilities.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, what go back to our lore conversation. What were we talking about now?
Yep. We're talking about how could one become a knight in Bretonia.
There you go.
Now, let us start. You start off as the humble peasant. Now, a humble peasant could get status to a knighthood under two pretexts. Pretext one, he becomes a squire, or a knight. As you all know, sometimes knights will take young boys to become squires. Now, normally squires, they're usually from, upper birth or a farmer has done good to the Lord somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
Now, squires are a bit, like I said, squires can become knights, but it takes years of serving a nobleman that will eventually give you the title of a knight errant. Which is basically you are below a knight, but you are part of like the underclass of a knight, but above a peasant kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Essentially a servant, but you're on the right track.
I got you. By the way, these orcs really hate me now.
Yeah. Now, the second part of this coming from the peasantry side. Also, next part as well is that you were born into a nobility family, which unfortunately that's the easiest track. But however, here's something you should know. See, the nobility factor of it is that these guys are pretty soft and are not well disciplined because, well, they're not what I would call stabled, battle-hardened warriors, unlike peasants who have been a little more battle-hardened.
Well, I mean, to be fair, if you're flipping live in poop, you sleep in poop, and then you sometimes eat poop, they're pretty battle-hardened already.
Yep. But this is where I get. This is why they're a little bit soft. However, say for example, the knight errant didn't make it to knight, but he has been acknowledged for his services to a nobleman who becomes like the leader of a house.
Mm-hmm.
What he would do then is, if the knight errant has any children, say for example a boy, because unfortunately in knight errant women are not meant to be fighters in their society. Now I know this might sound a little bit sexist, but you gotta remember, guys, this is during the medieval ages where women rarely fought.
Yeah. Besides the lady.
Besides the lady and Jeanne d'Arc, because well, they were unique figures because they were blessed by divines, but that's story.
Unless you're wood elves. Or high elves, or elves in general. But you're not human, so... Technically, even though your ears just pointier. And bigger.
Right,
I mean, there's also... believe it or not, there's a female in the orc army as well that you can use. It's the swamp hag.
Oh god, yeah.
The swamp troll hag. That is a girl too. Technically speaking.
Technically she is female, but it's one of those weird ones. I don't want to get into that little
Don't let her give you a big old kiss. After that, she'll probably smack you with a giant fish rotting net thing club.
Probably. But
oh man.
Fails assassination, but boosts him up a little bit.
Yeah, I heard him say stab.
Nice. Yep.
Oh, that's funny.
Let's see. Is everything in order? Yep. Good.
Goody
But,
two-shoes.
But back to the I know some people might say that's sexist and all, but that was way. There were back in the Middle Ages. The only way a woman would ever fight if she was defending her home in a small village or defend their home to protect their family. That's the only time they would be able to fight. But most of the time, they rarely did fight.
Yeah.
Now, if the errant has... Now, for the woman, it's not a bad thing. Because if the lady in question is an adept magician, has a hint of magic and is an adept magician, she can be used in the front line as a mage. Because, well, you gotta have magic to fight certain armies, like the undead. Can't expect, like, blood, guts, and horse might to, beat the undead.
Alright, yeah, are you ready for war? Because I'm about to declare it.
Here we go.
Death missions. We'll be careful. Quiet.
Alright.
Order, listen. Stalk.
Declare war.
Yep.
Good, my
Here we
choppers
go.
was getting all clean. Well, too bad. Now you're gonna die. Oh, what? Excuse me, game? Okay. Okay. Well, granted, they are, they have walls, so that I understand that now, I guess.
Yeah.
Continue siege.
However, you will have a different battle because you're not facing civilized orcs like mine. You're facing savage orcs.
I am fighting savage orcs. It's amazing. Because it's better for me because they do not have armor that's all my range units have to really penetrate through before.
Yep. Well, I think we all know where this one's going.
Oh yeah, this is an auto resolve.
I'm surprised the rat ogre hasn't tossed him off to the back yet.
Well, that's a chieftain though, so.
Yeah, true.
So those rat chieftains, they're pretty strong.
Yep. I mean, I'm not going to declare my war yet until Grimgor gets into position to hit Genzarat.
Yeah. Yeah, auto resolve.
Good grief, you're on the rampage.
Oh yeah, I'm taking over the south, dude.
Anyhow, back to the lore, because we still got a lot of lore to cover.
Yeah.
Now, also, the lady as well could be also used as a bargaining chip to raise the knight errant status. Say, for example, his master, right, has a son, and he has a daughter. Now, if he can't pawn his son off to a political marriage, which unfortunately they do that, for instance, queens who try and merge kingdoms to make them stronger kind of spiel.
Yeah.
He might consider, well, he's done me good, he has a daughter, I have a son, I could hopefully have some strong, like, grandchildren, or, you know what I mean?
Assassinate,
So
yes.
Yeah, so there is some political, you could use it as political, and also it means the knight errant will be bumped up to a nobleman by proxy because, his daughter's married into a noble family.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those weird things. But if let's say the nobleman has his knight errant who is being squire has a son, you can go, well, all right, you're already a knight errant because your father, so you could go up. So peasants can become noblemen in time, but they have to get a little lucky, and also not die in the process.
That is fair. Yes.
Well, like I said, if you were already born into a noble family, you're going to be a knight right off the bat, because, well...
We need the people to fight the wars.
Yep. Now, time for a little real-world history that I'm going to bring in, because it does correlate to the Bretonnians. You see, in reality, the Bretonnians don't have many knights. Not as many as people think. You see, knights were rarely used in the 100-Year War, which was between France and Britain. But you see, knights were expensive to bring in, were expensive to maintain, and were expensive to field. So knights were only used under one pretext, which was like to bash into a knight force or to break a stubborn like block of infantry.
Yeah.
But knives were rarely used, very rare. Also, a little bit further, also in the 100-Year War, for those who don't know the history, did you know it's illegal back in them days to kill a nobleman?
It depends on the situation. I mean, if I'm against you and my life is threatening, it might be against the law, but I'd rather live, so you're gonna die. You know what I mean?
Well, not really, because the way it works is back in the age of chivalry. Now, this is insane, but this is true. If a nobleman is surrounded by peasants, the peasants cannot kill him. Instead, they can take him away as a prisoner of war. It's pretty much rules. Now, if he died by accident from arrow shooting or like accident from a wild swing, then yep, accident can't be helped. But if the nobleman is on the ground and is surrounded, the nobleman must surrender, and the people must take him back to their noble camp to be a prisoner of war. But then he will be a guest in his house. Yes, that's right. They don't go to dungeons. He's a guest of their house, and they will treat him with honor and respect until his family either pays to bring him back or they decide to get rid of him.
Alright, it's time to fight.
Okay. Right, I'm ready to go. Who's there in the front?
It's my leader.
Oh, alright. Oh, yeah, they come. There's the ball boys. They're at the in the far corner. They've got Savage Archers. 4 sets of them. Trolls. Ooh, did you just try and hit the leader?
Yeah. Yep. I'm trying to do some damage on the leader before, like they get in.
Oh. Here comes the ball boys. Come on, come closer, come closer.
Ready to hunt, kill, find bad things. Will be done. Stuck fast.
Right, I'm putting 2 of them to keep the ball boys pinned.
Okay, 4, go in there.
Scuttle bustle. Yes. Warlock engineer.
Okay. Okay, so
Unleash war hell.
I try and disrupt those archers.
Yep, that's what I'm trying to do. Whenever my leader gets into it. Alright, where is their leader? Oh, there he is.
Move, march. Yes.
Trying to hold them. I'm holding their leader at bay for now.
Later, boss.
Ball boys have broke me.
Oh yeah, I sent some reinforcements in after it.
Yeah, because those bloody archers. Oh, he's activated WAF. It's gonna take a while to shift them now. Ooh, but I think you've got the leader. Yep, the leader's broken. No,
Well, that's not their
sorry.
leader.
I thought it was the leader because it looked like he was. Alright,
Back underground. Ready. Yes, kill. Back underground.
Granted, leader's dead now.
good. Still alive, but if your leader gets a hold of him, it breaks the morale.
Pigs dies.
And the ball boys are now finally breaking.
Yep.
Now we can finally rip them apart. Maybe you don't have your
Hmm? What's up?
Okay, those savage orcs are now pretty much gonna break. Yep.
Okay, go over there.
Alright, get rid of this lot. What was that? Did you just fire a fireball there?
No, that's one of his abilities.
Alright, cause it looked like a
It's
fireball was going
Scorch.
past
That's what
one.
it actually is.
Ah, Scorch.
Yep. Scorch.
They're
You
still around the
Scorch.
trolls. Oh, still around? I thought they were gone by now. I thought they ran away earlier, but okay.
I mean, they're actually doing pretty decent against us. Not gonna lie.
And they broke.
Finally, it took a little bit longer than I thought.
Anyhow, also one other thing I have to continue the lore with the Bretonians, as well as the Grail Knight. Now, the Grail Knight, for those who are unaware, oh, now what these guys want?
They probably want a non-aggression pact.
Nope, they want war.
All right. Well, I'll probably
Okay.
I'll probably confederate with them, and then they
Well,
won't
I
be an
can't
issue
really-
for you.
Well, I can't really deal with them at the moment because
I don't even know where they are.
Start my
Where,
war.
where is Clan Rictus, anyways? Where the heck are they?
They're in the back mountains.
Yeah, that's where they are. Heck, they're probably fighting Chaos.
Oh, buggers.
Granted, Clan Rictus has what's his name? Craventail, something like that.
Yep.
Like that's their one of their leaders, right?
Yep. I believe so.
Is Clan Rictus? Isn't it a minor clan?
Yeah, they're a minor faction. They're not what I would call like a big player in the Scheme Society. They're pretty much like, how can I put it? They're like under the four great clans. They're still a tough clan, but they're not like very powerful.
And do they have a member as part of the Council 13?
Yes, they do, but only one.
Yeah.
How the hell he still kept his seat? I don't know.
Yeah. That's what it was.
There we go.
Craventail. That's his name.
Yeah, Craventail.
And he's a coward leader. He's kind of like Manfred, but more cowardly and a rat.
Oh, hello. The Wood Elves have just attacked Sterling's capital.
Nice.
That's good for me, because if that is the last stand of the Sterling, I might just send Grimgor after killing that to go after them and finish them.
Switch Wartshaven, whatever you want to call it. Down there.
I'll have to wait and see, but at the moment I'll have to hold off just for a little longer until I can find out, like, the lay of the land, what's gonna happen.
Are coming. I don't really care. They're near the humans, anyways. Monstrous plans. Yeah. Nice. All right.
But yeah, for those unaware, who is the Grail Knight? Now, this inferior warrior is a unique person. You see, the inferior knight, as many people tend to call him, but he's called a Grail Knight, is the ghost of a legendary knight that will defend Bretonia in its hour of need.
Yep. Oh yeah, he's pretty cool. For a ghostly dude, he's pretty cool.
Yep. Now, he doesn't appear willy-nilly though. He only appears when Bretonia needs him at their most dire.
Yeah.
So in other words, he won't show up willy-nilly, so don't expect him to pretty much go, oh, I'll just pop into this battle. No, he'll only show up when Bretonia's need is great.
Indeed.
Their army's been decimated by sounds of it.
Because they're not.
There's the reason why. It's the humans. They've been attacking them and decimating their army.
So they're helping me out too. That's a weird alliance. Granted, we're not allied or anything, but the humans are helping out the Skaven. They just don't know it. That, I guess that is a Skaven way too, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
The human
doubt about
ones
it.
are... Well, actually, they will probably say furless. The furless ones are helping us, yes. They don't even know it.
I really don't know how they pronounce humans to be honest, Skaven. I really don't know.
I would say hairless, because they are technically hairless compared to the rats.
Or they could be called them man things, but I really don't know to be honest.
That might be what it is, man things. Because Skaven, like they're the Beastmen call them the uncloven, obviously.
Yeah.
The uncloven ones. Eat man flesh.
Yep.
So.
But
I don't know.
anyhow, now that we've covered the Bretonnian lore, I think it's time now we look at another faction, another human. Let us look at the Empire, because we've really not talked about them much.
No, we have not.
Now, the Empire, for those who are unaware, is the main human capital. I say capital, but humans, well, let's just say that they're worse than orcs when it comes to backstabbing and betrayal and fighting amongst themselves.
Yeah.
In fact, that it's so bad, it makes the orcs look diplomatic.
Yeah, they love backstabbing each other. I mean, heck, flipping look at the Empire at the beginning of the campaign. It's literally shattered into pieces. And it takes Karl France to kind of unite everyone.
Now, the thing about the Empire is, when it was first founded by Sigismund, the actual god of this world, Sigismund, he founded the Empire in human domain after the Great War against Chaos and the Orcs.
Oh, I found an Orc army, finally. Whoa, that has a lot of black orcs. Okay.
Ooh, that's gonna be a tough fight.
I'll let him come to me to my settlement.
Yep.
I should be able to beat him, but...
Or the Bloody Hands were at a war with the dwarfs down the south.
Are they? Really?
Yeah, take a look all the way down the south in the Tomb King lands.
Oh yeah, they probably are. Dang, the
So,
bloody hands are
basically-
everywhere, dude.
Yeah, and they've just murdered their way through the dwarfs. They kill the dwarfs before you get to them. That'd be great. Excuse me.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. But
Anyway,
anyhow,
we're talking about humans.
back to the humans. After the war, Sigmar built the human empire to be a glorious empire that would stand tall against all the forces of chaos and all the old world could muster. Sadly, when he passed away, the humans started to fight amongst themselves, and three major powers began, which was the era of the Three Kingdoms, which is what's going to be in the Warhammer tabletop version. There was Marienburg, Altdorf, and Reichland. They were the three main powers. Now, the other Elector Counts did fight and have their own states like Avon and Stirling, Kislev, all them. So basically, they did form up eventually, but those are the three main powers.
Under Empire.
As time progressed for the humans, many Elector Counts did though obey Orndorff, because Orndorff was the capital of Sigmar and everything, so they do have to obey it to a degree. However, for anything to happen, there has to be a lot of political wrangling. And trust me when I say this, if the Harvlands could make a senator look, a US senator look squeaky clean by modern day comparison, then the political spectrum in freaking in the Empire would make a violent partisan party look tame.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, they do try and sort this out politically. However, if one political faction is not willing to play ball, well, let's just say the Empire is not afraid to, shall we say, remove the obstacle if they have to.
Obstacle removal is great for some people. Okay.
Now, also, they have alliances with the dwarves. A very good alliance, but their alliance with also the high elves is a bit tentative, but they will work with each other because, you know, they did agree to form the College of Magic together, so they will work together on occasion. However, their alliance with the Wood Elves is practically bad. Undead, well, for obvious damn reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Orcs, for obvious damn reasons. Chaos, obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Khemri, now, here's the thing about Khemri. Khemri's a bit of an odd duck because of the fact that Khemri, right? Because they're so far south, they don't bother with them.
Mm-hmm.
They don't bother with Khemri much. Lizardmen, well, bad terms, because thanks to a certain hunter who thought it'd be fun to go to Lustria and cause a bit of trouble.
I got a lot of units, like leaders to be upgrading. This is ridiculous. My gosh.
So, yeah. Now, you may be thinking then, what happened to the Empire during the end times? Well, Sigismund got reborn, and, well, we all know how, you know, the end times went, because screw you, end times.
Yeah, and flipping the new Age of Sigmar doesn't really help it either.
No. Now, in the case of Age of Sigmar, Sigmar, who was reborn during the final battles in the end times, created the new world and created his own faction,
Yeah.
which is the Stormcast, or as we call it, Space Marines in the old world, but
Pretty much.
that's not pretty much, yeah. Now, the Empire still exists, but they're now called the Free Men. Basically, they're their own faction. They're basically like the free men.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's happened to the Empire at the moment. And unfortunately for Carl Franz, I think he's dead.
I think
I can't remember if he
so.
is or not.
Because isn't Carl Franz like a incarnation of Sigmar?
No, there was someone else who became that. There was a priest in Sigmar's Temple who became the incarnation.
No, I swear I heard something about Carl Franz being that. Granted, it might have been in the older lore. I can't remember.
Yeah, you gotta remember, folks. The laws of many of the old world has changed.
I swear, they
Ridiculously.
change it like every flipping 5 years. Oh yeah, we're gonna reboot the story now. This is what happened instead. I was like, what? Really? Keep with one storyline. Come on, people. Who said the orcs conquered the Badlands? It was the Skaven, actually.
I'm looking for the other squig. There we are. Squig riders, like goblin squig hoppers. Oh god, you should see the artwork for this. It's hilarious.
Oh, for the squig hoppers?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
apparently he's jumping up and down, and this poor squig rider that's currently on his back is being literally hurled all over the place.
Yep. I mean, that's accurate, though.
Oh, it's accurate. Right, in that case, I'm tempted to drop the trolls because the trolls have been not very great, to be honest.
Is it regular trolls or stone trolls?
Regulars.
Yeah, drop them. Squig hoppers!
Yep, 1 squig hoppers and 1 squig herd.
It's gonna eat them all.
Yeah.
Get 'em, boys.
Yep, so there'll be 1 turn. Wow, they're quick.
Yeah, they're. I think they're like medium infantry, or not infantry, but medium cavalry.
I think so.
Because they're the wolf riders. They're light cavalry. Okay.
Oh, one thing everybody should. I also mentioned as well. Most of the Empire's weaponry is a little more advanced than most races, barring the Skaven and the dwarfs, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. Skaven weaponry is unstable at the best of times, but they can be excused for that because you can't deny results.
Indeed.
The dwarves, well, for obvious reasons, because they are well diverse in forging and skills, so they're well adept. However, for those who aren't aware, most of the Empire's weaponry has come from dwarfs. Because, like I said, the dwarfs and the humans are good allies and good friends, and they will help each other from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as well as the halflings, but only on the condition that the halflings are used in skirmish wars. Basically, like hit and run tactics.
Oh, I assassinated the wrong guy. Whoops. I guess that's escaping mistake, isn't it?
Well, you
that's so
wanted-
Skaven-like though too. Whoops.
Yeah, it does.
Assassinated the wrong
Yeah.
target.
No. You didn't send him the wrong target. He just had a bad accident.
Well, I should say,
Oh, he was just in the way of the other target. He died as a misconception, not issue. Dead anyways.
Yep. Welcome to the world of Skaven, then, guys. That's how it works.
pretty
Oof.
much. I wonder if can I join Confederation?
Do it! Join me, or I'll kill you, yes.
Dang it. Okay. Whatever. Let me save it before I do this one battle, because I have a feeling.
You're in a bad place, like.
I don't know what's going to happen. They're attacking me. Granted, I probably should stay in there and let my reinforcements show up. But
We can always take a look what they've got, so that way you
Orc
get an idea what you're
Brigands,
fighting.
Black Orcs, Pump Wagons, Goblin Wolf Chariot. What does it look like? It's gonna be half of it, which his Wog.
Yeah, there's the problem. The Wog.
I feel like I can beat him though, because I have a lot of Storm Vermin.
Yeah, it's the Wog's gonna be a problem. I mean, you've got a Flamer which could cook a lot of them, and you've got like I think you've also got the mutated Rat Ogres.
Yeah, I got the Pit Fighters of Hell's Deep Rat Ogres. They have armor piercing frenzy. I have more Skitters. Hellion is a mutant rat ogre. It has armor piercing and whatnot. Actually, give that to him. Of course, I have Queek Head Takers. He's a duelist. He will stomp on either one of these guys. Granted, his health is at 3,200. This guy's at 3,500. Which Queek Head Taker himself, he has causes fear, and he has perfect vigor too. I forgot about that.
Mhm.
So I
mean-
think I can beat him. And I have reinforcements that's coming in. Granted, they're not
Yeah,
that great, but they could be a good distraction.
Oh yeah.
So
Or you could, before you fight though, basic, you know your guy you got in there, Zap Spark?
I'm just going to
he
decline
just
the
something
fight. He just got there. He used all his movement.
Ah.
I'm just going to wait a little bit. I think I got another turn in there before that fight is initiated.
Yeah. I'm just thinking because if your Zapper can get in and either cripple some troops or, you know, kill someone, that would be great, but the wait.
Yeah, I have to wait a little bit before that can happen. Which is not... Man, I cannot wait for the new Beastman DLC. 2.5 weeks! For in the time that we're this recording. Because, heck, we'll be on, like, part 7 or 8, when, for time purpose-wise, people can see, oh, that's when that video released. It's like 7 or 8. Because we're on, like, part 6 or 7? I can't remember. So, that's why I said that. Either way. Kill the humans.
I
Do it! Do it!
I can't. I don't have enough movement because getting over the swamp
Oh
is
yeah,
literally.
you gotta get past the river.
Yep. Right. So.
Well, hopefully
Right,
that's his only settlement.
Orders heeded. Receive.
I hope so as well.
Orders heeded.
And it looks like his garrison is not that strong either.
Nope.
Let's get stabby.
Oh, you stabbed in the back, all right.
Oh yeah. And look who's about to stab the humans in the back.
Oh, Beastman.
Where did he pop up from?
Oh, granted, flipping, he's not attacking him. He just moved there. Well,
Always
remember,
surprised he did.
Beastmen just comes out of the forest anytime they want. So, and by the way, the Beastman lore is really stupid. Flipping, the reason why the Beastmen come to fruition is because all the humans abandoning their babies in the woods, and then they turn to goatmen, which makes no sense to me.
It doesn't. It's mainly I'd call it like an old wives' tale kind of thing they've done with them.
Yeah, it's kind of trash. Flipping, they're called the Children of Chaos, and it just makes no sense to me.
It doesn't to me either. I mean, I could understand to a little degree on you know,
Ooh.
them being mutated. Fair enough. There could have been humans that did mutate into beastmen, but that's a stretch in itself. not out of the realm of possibility, but still a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
Win battle.
And speaking of chaos, I might as well talk about another part of the Chaos Army, because I've really touched these guys, which is the Dragon Ogres.
Mm.
From shadow, yes.
Now, those of you who the Dragon Ogres are, these are big, monstrous creatures that are half centaur and half dragon. Now, whoever came up with this at Games Workshop must have thought, you know what? Why don't we get a centaur person, combine it with a dragon, and smush them together?
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad idea. But here's the funny thing about the Dragon Ogres. They're actually the oldest race in the old world. Older than the old ones. Older than the Lizardmen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, eons ago, they made a deal with Chaos. Because Chaos wanted them to say, look, hey, we'll make you guys eternal, basically eternal life, they'll never die, easy, basically they can live young and eternal.
Yeah.
In a condition they will side with them. And they did, accept the deal. But there's one little problem. Chaos did not mention the little fine print detail of this bargain. And you know what that fine detail is?
You gotta serve Chaos. Granted, they agreed to that though.
They voluntarily agreed, but what do you think was the fine detail?
I don't know the fine detail.
They would be infertile. That's right, they could never have any more children.
Well, don't they technically become a type of demon though that can be resurrected?
Nope, they're not even demonic either. The only price they were given was they would live for eternity.
I got
Now they can still die, but their numbers unfortunately have dwindled over the centuries because of, you know, dying to wars, dying to disease. Some of them even committed suicide because they don't want to live this long life of boredom.
Unless your name is what's his name, like Kolek, the Sun Eater or something like that.
Yep. Well,
Dude.
the funny about Sun Eater, right? If he was given the chance, right, he could literally stomp the old world on his own and conquer it
Yeah.
if he wanted to.
Well, heck, isn't in lore he? Of course, in the game he's not like this, but isn't in lore he's like the size of a mountain?
Yes, he's the size of a full mountain range.
Yeah, he's insane.
But here's the funny part. Do you know the reason why he won't do it? Because he's lazy. He just goes to sleep. Going, oh, humans, I'm bored. Go to sleep.
That does sound like him.
It's like, dude, you could literally just march into Orndorff with the fact that no one could literally stop you, and you could just go, you could just get your hammer out and just go, ink, and boom, dead. All right, I'm going back to bed.
Going back to bed. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. What can I do here?
That's how nuts this lot are. They're just so nutty. The Dragon Ogres.
Yeah. Sabotage. Do that. And
You've got a griffin flying over your head.
a griffin? What are you talking about?
Yes. There's a griffin flying around the mountains, and he's just hovered above your rat.
Oh, are you talking about the wyvern?
No, griffin.
I don't see no griffin. I see a wyvern. Oh wait a minute. Are
I see a
you,
griffin.
which one are you looking at?
If you go to Orndorff, say Akadorf, and go northwest into the mountain range, you'll see.
Oh, I see a
You
griffin.
can see the griffin.
He's nowhere near me.
Yeah, but what the hell is he doing around here is questionable.
He doesn't want to fight a giant rat ogre with a chieftain on top. He doesn't want to do that. But either way, let's save it here and let's end the video because we've been playing for over an hour now.
Yep.
So
And we're practically in the next videos. We're going to be into major wars.
oh yeah, I'm fighting the Bloody Hand and you're fighting humans.
Yep.
But either way, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot for watching. Take it easy. If you want to check out Black's channel, go check out the description below, and that's where you'll find him. Probably the same for him on his channel, for me. And either way, we'll see all of you in the next Warhammer 2 video. Later.
Later.